What's up, boys?
Why don't you guys do anything at the deadline?
Because we didn't need to.
Because you're smart and everyone else is stupid?
I didn't say anything about anybody being stupid, but I do feel like they like the mix that they have. They feel like they're in a pretty good spot, and there was nothing really that blew them away. Now, I would say I was looking for some depth. And I think I talked to you guys about this last week, and we talked about it this morning, in the email chain. I thought there could be some day 3 picks or maybe even day 3 pick swaps that could get you, maybe some depth pieces. But I wasn't really interested in giving up any kind of significant resources to get a rental. But there's one guy in particular that I think they had some interest in, and for various reasons, I think they weren't able to do it. And that's the Draymond Jones edge guy from the Titans that went to the Ravens.
Do you think Strunk shut him out?
I do. I believe in this. I know there's been some people that have alluded to it, not necessarily reporting it, but I do buy it.
Are you reporting it?
I am not reporting it. Absolutely not. I don't come on here and report stuff. That's not what I do.
Well, there's always...
I analyze, Michael.
Okay.
I am not a reporter anymore.
Go ahead, but you believe.
I believe that they had some interest in that, and I don't think Tennessee was interested in trading with Vrabel because of Amy Adams Strunk, and she's still mad, which I think is bad business, quite honestly. I think if the Patriots were willing to give more than Baltimore did, and I don't know that that's the case, but...
What did Baltimore give?
I don't even remember. I think it was a day 3 pick, but I don't have that in front of me. And Murray, why don't you look that up?
On it right now. What's the name again?
Draymond. It's like DRE''Mont Jones. I believe.
Pick could be it's a 5th-round pick in the next year's draft that could become a 4th rounder, depending on performance and playoff outcomes.
So I would have been willing to do a day 3 pick like that for some edge depth. He'd be some insurance behind Chason and Landry.
So, Paul, I hate to revisit this, but why did they then feel compelled to trade away Kyle Duggar and Keion White?
I think in Keion White's case, I think, like I said, they really like the mix that they have right now in the locker room, and I don't think they liked White's fit in that mix. With Duggar, I think it's more about the finances that you guys, incessantly talk about and make me uncomfortable about. But yeah, I think that had something to do with Duggar's departure. Look, they were looking to get rid of these guys, Duggar, Anthony Jennings, who's still here, before the season started. So, Jabril Peppers went. I think they wanted to go young, and they made that move. I don't think Duggar has had much of a role this season other than the games that Jalen Hawkins missed. And I think they felt like he was expendable.
Okay, beyond, generically, they liked their mix. Why else do you think they were not aggressive this time around?
I do think that part of it is what they want to build, and they recognize that they're still a ways away. And I know there might be an opportunity this year, in kind of a flat AFC. There's a bunch of good teams, but I don't really see any monsters out there. I think they feel like they have some significant holes in their roster. And in order to fill those, I was with Mike Giardi last night on Mike's podcast, and we were kind of throwing some of these names around. If you think about where they want to be, say, in a year or two, they're going to have good drafts to fill in. Like, you just look at the offense right now. Some of the key guys, Stephon Diggs, Hunter Henry, to a lesser extent, Morgan Moses. These guys are all in their 30s. They're not going to be around. They need to replace these guys. So I don't think they wanted to get into a situation where they're sending, 3rd-round picks, 2nd-round picks, picks that you might be able to take a right tackle or a tight end. They're going to need some tight ends soon. I don't think they wanted to give away anything that they felt was a valuable resource. Now, if you want to talk to me about day 3 guy, absolutely. But they have 4 6th-round picks. I don't think there was any need to keep all of those. I think they could have made some depth moves, but I don't think they felt like, a Jalen Phillips for a 3rd-round pick. That might have been something that interested me, but he's a rental. In the last year of his deal, unless they had some assurances that they could keep a guy like that, I don't think I would have done it either. But they have some moves that they're going to need to make, and this offseason coming up is going to be an important one because this roster is nowhere near ready, in my view, to compete for a title.
Aren't they competing for a title right now?
I don't think so.
What?
I don't think so.
They're tied for the number 1 seed in the AFC.
I know. Do you think the 2021 Patriots competed for a title? At this stage, they were the number 1 seed in the AFC, with heading into their bye.
Okay, but
that's what I think they look at the roster. They say, yes, this is great. We're
So you
doing
think
great.
that's what this is?
I think that no. I just think that they're trying to build a team. They're trying to build the best team. They're trying to win, right? Now, Mike Vrabel had he actually stopped a question today in his press conference when he was asked, "You've said in the past that the long-term view or the future is the most important." He stopped. He said, "No. Winning is the most important thing." And I think that they're trying everything in their power to win. There's no talk about what the Bruins may or may not be doing or the Celtics may or may not be doing in New England. They're doing everything in their power to win every game they can. But I think realistically, if you look at some of these teams, Mike, yeah, I know that they beat Buffalo in Buffalo. Do you think they're better than Buffalo?
That's not my calculus. Can they beat them in a home game? Yes. Yep. I don't care if they're better or not.
Can they?
Yes.
Yes. Do you think they would?
Yeah, I think they can.
I didn't ask if they could.
So-
we know they
so-
could. They
so-
already did. Do you
Wait.
think that they're better than them and they would do it again in the playoffs?
I hate that. So that's how.
all I'm asking.
That's what we're going to base our decisions on. What
No, I'm
I
not
think
fa-
they can
what,
do in a
what
game
decision,
in 2 months.
What did they turn down? What opportunity
I
did
don't know
they
about
not
that.
make?
Well, now you're just changing the conversation.
No, but you're attacking they're
I'm not
doing
attacking
everything.
anything.
They're doing everything they can to win games, and somehow you're saying I hate that mentality.
I think they're in it. No,
They are in it.
You started to say that they're looking at it as they're not a true contender this year.
I didn't.
And I think that's a mistake. I think they are.
Okay. So
I mean, you just said that.
we're in a semantic argument that I don't think is relevant. I don't think that they turned down something they felt was going to make them better because they don't think they can win. That's not the argument I'm trying to make.
Well, we don't know what they turned down or what they didn't.
No, but I'm saying, I think they're getting attacked in some corners for not doing anything when I don't think there was anything to do that was going to tip the scales in any way.
Okay,
You don't
so
think Breece Hall would have helped for a third-round pick?
Not really.
So you're
I'm
happy
with Mike
the,
on this.
The running back depth, they don't. Yeah.
Could they use a running back? Sure. I don't think Breece Hall is going to make the difference between beating Buffalo or not, or beating Kansas City or not. Certainly not.
Whether they could do anything or not, or what was available, we don't know. But I mean, you just started down the road of they don't look at it at look at 2021. So you're putting this in the same bucket as 2021,
That
which
was,
I think is a mistake.
I said that.
I know.
They didn't say that.
Okay, well, I'm arguing with you.
No, I know, but you're saying that that's what I'm trying to say that they did. They're not saying that. They're doing everything in their power to win games now.
Okay, I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't.
Well, what didn't they do to try to win a game?
Well, like I said, Paul, you're saying there was nothing there to do? I don't believe that. I think there were deals to be made, and they probably stopped short because they didn't want to give up the draft pick or take on a contract or upset someone in the locker room. They have their reasons why they didn't do it, but I can't be convinced that there was nothing out there to do. There was nothing available. I bet there was, and they just held off because... And I think part of their calculus, unfortunately, is that they don't truly, really believe in this year's team. This is ahead of schedule, not in their plan. And so that's part of their rationale, and I think it's a mistake. I think they could be better next year and be in a much worse position. And so...
I think they got a lot of work to do. Let's put it that way. That's all.
Boy, you don't believe in the team very much.
I believe in the quarterback, but I believe he's doing an awful lot all by himself. And I think there was an illustration of that in the second half on Sunday.
Okay, so this is another thing that we want to talk about. A growing concern. Is a growing concern that they are putting too much on Drake Maye?
I don't think they're putting too much on him. I think there is too much on him. I don't think it's like a design. I don't think the roster's good enough yet.
The word parsing from this guy, Mazz, is just...
But you're making it sound like this is a design. We don't want to get a good team. We'll just get a good quarterback. That's not the plan.
Do we have any
building
brown mustard in the calf there? Because I like my pretzel with brown mustard, a little dip there. Do you what?
As opposed to what, bullcrap?
I'm just saying the pretzel twisting over here.
Oh, I
from
misunderstood.
this guy of just like he's tiptoeing and then backing off.
So, Paul.
Oh, my God.
Paul, if too much is being asked of Drake Maye, shouldn't they have gotten him some help?
Yeah, right.
if there was help to be had, sure.
Okay, would you have given up a fourth for Breece Hall?
I would take Breece Hall, sure. I just don't think that does a whole lot to help.
In 2017,
I think having like a third running back doesn't really do a whole lot to help.
The Eagles traded
be the first running back.
In 2017, the Eagles traded for Jay Ajayi for a fourth-round pick. What happened to the Eagles that year? I mean, there was some help for that offense.
Do you think the Eagles wouldn't have won without Jay Ajayi?
Either way, they were bold, and he helped. And he had like 60 yards in that Super Bowl that they won and beat the Patriots.
No. See, now the Eagles are stupid.
Yeah.
I didn't say they were stupid. See, now
there was
It was coming. Yeah, there was tone.
were
It
stupid.
was definitely tone.
It was a needless expense.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was stupid, and I don't think what the Colts did was stupid either. And
Good.
I know a lot of other people do think that was a dumb trade. I think they badly needed a cornerback, and they aggressively got one.
What
I think
hear
that's
is
fine.
we like the winning, but we don't like you people's expectations.
There's too much.
Oh, okay. Now I'm here on a mission from God. This is what I've been told. Oh, I
Or
get it
Jonathan,
now.
you know, I mean, either way. I know for you it's
I
the
get
same
it now.
thing.
I
It's the
get it
same.
now.
There's too much on Drake May's plate. So let's get rid of White and Duggar and put more on it.
No. The pretzel twister was so they're putting too much on Drake May's plate to also. No. They're not putting it.
There is.
There just is.
There is. But
So
like you're
this
again.
this is a blameless situation.
You're the one who's parsing the words. You have to
no,
make it out to be that it's their fault.
It's just an expression.